everybody says, oh, you also need to do your YouTube channel, whatever
Absolutely.
what I'm thinking. But yes, it takes a lot of time to me to work in the garden. So because everything I do myself, my husband is a big help to me for all the technical stuff. He's doing incredible, this all drip line irrigations.
And
He
we are
has a
going to
lot of-
show that because we already have a date.
Yeah,
yes.
that's another knowledge.
Yeah, it's
basically.
another knowledge, and we're going to show a little bit of that know-how. It's not the yeah.
All of the timers
Yeah.
and his mobile phone, so even if we are on vacation, he can like turn off or turn on some lines. So basically, that's all.
But also, what I'd like to say that so one way how you can help. Let's go back a little bit to real estate because yes, I'm still doing what I'm doing, even though you escaped that real estate life, but I'm still there. So what I'm saying that. It would be one of the ideas is that when our clients they buy a property and the property has a little bit of land, even what you said, it could be an urban garden. You can be readily available to educate them what to do and what not to do and how to utilize even the little space you have.
Yeah, I would be glad. It's really very interesting for me. That's really right now my passion. And tell the truth, people all like every day texting me, they're calling me, and they're asking me these questions. So yes, I just had a question from my client.
And that's why. So under this video, it will be an open kind of conversation box if you'd like to ask Anna some questions. And again, the school she's going to open, and for the knowledge she needs to get paid, and that's absolutely normal. So, but that's will be a further discussion about how she's going to set up the school. But nonetheless, she'll be more than happy to help and to answer your question, guys. So don't hesitate and use this great opportunity to ask this very knowledgeable person what you can do and how you can grow things. Now, so you're saying your day is extremely busy. Yes. And you start your day early because you need to do your home chores and then volunteer work and then community garden and then you need to work on your own garden. So how many hours a day you work on your garden during the season?
I don't want to scare people.
but they all have different size of garden. Your garden, it's enormous.
So basically, you can do whatever you would like. Maybe you need the consistency also, like a little bit at least to go in the garden, maybe every day, every few days, because I also had before I had very busy full-time business and still I managed to grow everything. But now I have this opportunity and privilege to work about 5-6 hours a day in the garden. Also in our community we have a big first settlement. It's like museum, a big farm, very old farm, and people are volunteering trying to preserve this farm, and we have community gardens, a lot of tourists visiting all the time. So I'm also responsible there for growing some produce for market, for Saturday market. And right now they're going to do some plant sales, and we right now have a small greenhouse, so
yeah,
growing. So basically it's hard because yes, I'm responsible for plant sales, for all this community things, plus I have my garden class, plus I have right now Facebook club, garden club for our community. Plus I have my own.
Yes, yeah.
And my garden is big right now, so it's always every year I'm kind of taking a little bit more territories, so new space for the garden.
You're growing flowers. Oh, yes. Talk about your flowers.
That's maybe
oh my God.
That wasn't how I started. I really loved vegetables, especially tomatoes, but now I really love flowers too. So I have a ton of flowers, and it's fascinating to see all the bees activities, all this bumblebees, a lot of things, and it's just beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see it because it's in full bloom.
Pacific Northwest, basically you can grow so many things, beautiful things. So we're really, really fortunate to live here. So, and I think.
Yeah, and especially when we have sun, that definitely helps as well. But the rain helps as well too.
Because sometimes my husband, he's going out also, and he's like, "Oh, why are you working so hard? Why we want to buy half of this?" But then he's saying, "Oh, it's so beautiful outside." So he works hard too. So he's going and he has some mental satisfaction, relaxation. And also when sometimes he's not saying it now, but before he was saying why we won't buy like potatoes, why we won't buy cabbage. But now he's saying, oh please, can you please do a little bit more space for the potatoes? So,
Yeah.
so every year I was
He-
trying to
He
reduce
got
the space. but-
spoiled, yeah.
Yes, you're getting spoiled, but it's also very good for kids. We started to
Oh,
involve
that's really
kids.
good. Yeah.
And how you can involve kids. So when you're just bringing them to the garden and give them a small basket, they start to pick strawberries, raspberries, they start to pick cucumbers, and they're getting fascinated with this, and they're starting to try. And how I know from my grandkids, so, and they start to eat cucumbers, and they say, oh grandma, you know your cucumbers we can eat. And they never had before cucumbers or tomatoes, but whatever they're picking in the garden, so they love this and starting to ask questions how to find them in the store. Yes, you can find maybe on the farmer's market,
And I think-
not in the store.
And I think it's absolutely brilliant idea because, you know, kids are definitely fascinated by things
Yes.
which grow. And when they do things with their own hands, it's also very different value for them, you know, and the knowledge as well. So honestly, you need to start doing more of introducing kids to the gardening and also some retreats for adults.
But for
You
kids,
know?
if I might extend you
Yeah.
a little bit. So my like big mission was also hoping that in America we'll have more like small farms. We'll have more farmers market, not these huge ones. So people will have this opportunity to have this amazing, like in Europe, produce. So amazing, fresh, tasty, organically grown. So that's why I think it's very important
Why
to teach
won't
kids
you
to.
why won't you go on this mission, you know, just you have all these brilliant ideas in your mind. It's basically you need to start implementing it. I understand the implementation is another huge areas of efforts you
Yes,
need to
that's
put
a
in.
huge, yeah.
Exactly, it's huge.
It's a
But
huge,
then once you start and you have like-minded people around you, and the more
And
you
it's
bring
more and
this
more like this people, it's interesting. So-
exactly. So I feel once again that you are on the right path, and whatever you've been on this path for a long time. But right now, you definitely with your mission to bring this healthy lifestyle to families, no matter whether they live on an island, on the farm, or you know in the city, if they have big space to grow something or a small space,
It
still,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, because even my like experience when I had townhome at my backyard, I had all this raised beds, and I had everything. I had a really nice peach tree. I had the beautiful flowers. I had tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, and the tomatoes, like I
Yeah.
said, on my balcony. And I found the special containers that you can grow anything in them, not just in a pot. So you can grow eggplants, peppers. And really with peppers I have so many peppers, red, yellow, it's just like and you can freeze them easily, like diced and freeze, and you can use them every day in your omelette starting and all your stews, soups and everything. So basically
Yeah.
so
So
there is no limit. Yes.
absolutely. So, and that's the reason, kind of, okay, let's go back a little bit. And right now, it's a beautiful time, spring. So, just a couple words. And I know it's for something that's already maybe a little bit late to plan, but I feel that even if you start late, it's still plenty of time to start doing something in your garden. What would be your advice to people who would like to try to do something? What would be the first thing you're going to tell them?
I would say just if you have a little space in your garden, just make a little, you can buy a raised bed, but it's not necessary. You can just create a little raised bed with your hands, basically with the rake and shovel. And I would put like a small kitchen garden. It's a time right now to put radishes in, so because they're really early crop, so and we have really cold nights right now. That's what radishes like. All the parsley, cilantro, and dill, you all can see them. Of course, all the lettuces. So you can place it really close to your kitchen. So you can go from your patio, you can pick it up, you can use in your dinner, lunch, and everything. That's what I would say to start with. And then, when you love this, you can try some tomato varieties, cucumbers, of course zucchinis. It's easy. Yellow zucchinis, they're wonderful. So a lot of really easy crops. Beans, they're really easy. There are a lot of varieties of beans that are stringless. You won't be able to buy them in a store. They could be really, really long. They're thin, like really French style beans, and they completely don't have any strings, even the big ones. So I freeze them a lot to cut and a little bit blanch them and freeze, and we eat them all the year.
So I'm listening,
So
and
you can
everything
start
sounds
with
so
the small.
easy. It's my
It's
God,
actually
but it's not.
pretty easy. And also right now a lot of people asking, so how can we do the soil? Because everybody's saying the soil is very bad. Shall we buy the soil? Like sometimes these big companies, they sell like in bulk, huge, just growing soil. I won't recommend it, tell the truth, because I would recommend if you're new construction and maybe you're putting maybe your grass, you buy soil and you seed the grass. But for the garden, even if you don't have anything, because when I started in my property, it was just sand. It was the bottom of the creek, really sand and rocks, nothing. And in 2-3 years, we developed really rich and black and nice soil. And it's easy to do if you just add manure, you add of course better composted manure. If you have any like horse farms around, and we have like in bridle trails and everywhere, just come and they're happy to give you almost for free, like sometimes $20 a truck. But the horse manure is the best, especially composted one, because I remember when I put it like on the gravel in front of the house, a little bit of composted manure, and put my dahlias in, they shoot up to the roof.
Oh my God.
So you don't need to buy the soil that somebody mixed basically, or like wood and sand and a little bit of organic matter. So everything you have on your ground like this, but except the organic matter. So you need to put something composted, manure, so you can put also compost you can buy, it's not expensive. Right now in Costco actually very good, of course the name is not so good maybe, but it's organic soil, it's just $7.99 with rebate. So, but it smells awful, so it gives you an idea, it's a lot of organic matter. So this is a good soil. I add a little bit peat moss and just you put on the ground, a little bit mixed with your wherever you have clays or sand and so on, and you can do a really small patch for your kitchen garden.
Can you imagine to go to nursery or to go to Costco or someone else place and to be educated and to be told what's the right stuff to buy, how to pick the right stuff for your garden to blossom? It would be amazing. So I was thinking about even doing it myself, but I don't think I'm up for it. I'll be very honest. The only thing I cannot kill is just flowers. They're still kind of in good shape, and these ones which I can replace. But generally speaking, I am really fascinated by everything you do, like the wealth of knowledge you possess, and how consistent you are, and how, and not only consistent, you like to experiment, you like to try different things, and you're not afraid to experiment.
Yeah, that's what we do every year, to experiment with the new varieties, so to experiment with new methods. And yes, we have failures, casualties, like I said, but that's actually creates the knowledge. So that's why when people ask, how do you know so much? I said it's just right now an experience. It's basically an experience. And I looked a lot of YouTube videos, and I see people just doing it for maybe marketing. A lot of really, I would say, bad advices, a lot. When I was preparing to this interview, I was looking for YouTube, and I looked quite a few from them and said that's all wrong what they say. A lot of things wrong. So some of them looks like they even never tried. So maybe they read in a book, I don't know, and do this beautiful YouTube videos. So that's really sad. So and in my case, it's all an experience.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Yeah. It's absolutely true. So anyhow, I know that we are going to have another absolutely amazing opportunity to show something very unique what your husband did, yes, with the
Yes, he did this, but it's easy also. Everything also apply in Home Depot. You can buy it. Just he's also experienced with all these right diameters of this, all the pipings and the connections and what works best, what
but
not.
also the greenhouse, what you told us yesterday. So, and we are going to show in the other video when I am going to visit you at the, at the island. So with the raised.
Yes, you will see my greenhouse. That's my very happy place. Yes, but it's also a completely different story. It's not so easy to garden in a greenhouse. It's completely different than outside, and it's also a lot of experience. It's just I had it before many years ago, but now I have a new one, and then I didn't have any. And but now I have a big one about and 2 years right now, and so I'm growing a lot of my own seedlings, actually all my seedlings, and a lot of tomatoes, everything. So, and they all like, they all like, I would say about maybe thousands of them right now in the greenhouse. So.
See,
but
right
a little
now,
scary because I need to put them in the ground.
I understand.
All the cells.
But like today we're just scratching the surface of what you can find out from this extremely, educated lady who really got to know the plants down to nitty gritty of it, what to do, how to take care of them,
and how to do it easier.
And not only that, but not only that, it all comes from the heart. It all comes from the love of what you do and how you nurture all these plants, because I bet you talk to them, huh?
Actually, yes. They did experiment. I remember I was reading in UK somewhere. So they put 2 tomato plants in a school, and they put under the glass. And they say, so you're going to 1 tomato plant every pupil, every student, and basically and say good words, and then you go to another tomato plant and say all the bad words and blame for something. And like in a month and 2, the one that was everybody been saying bad, he was so sad he almost died. But the other one was thriving. So that's why I'm thinking that you really need to talk to your plants. You really need, and you start to feel them. You start and you see when they're not doing good right away, when something a little bit off. Actually, about the greenhouse, my happy last year thing was that I grew all these cucumbers. We start to eat them from April 17. This year, a week later will be, but they're still small. Tomatoes we start to eat end of May, beginning of June. So and we can the summer wasn't so good, so we ate everything from the greenhouse, but still we have a ton of produce at the end. So. So I don't know. You can find your niche, what you really love to do. So.
Absolutely. And what I feel, everything you do and the knowledge you possess, it's so valuable. It's so indescribable and ready to be shared. So it's easy to find you online. And again, all the information about Anna, about her Facebook account or personal. Do you do it on your personal page, or you have?
No, we have right now, of course, my personal page, but I realize in personal page not so many, people I have. So we have right now. I did the community page for our community, for the Garden Club. We just did it 3 weeks ago. The Facebook page, the new one, and we already have 60 very active members there. So
what we're going to do, we're going to share your community page on our community page, which is 11 Moncaster Community. So you guys also really need to join our community page, and there you will see all the information. Anna posts from her community about all the events we are going to organize and all the trips we're going to take to Anna's farm and to Anna's land. It's just wonderland. I cannot find a better word.
It's not like a farm. It's basically we live in communities.
It's community. So definitely.
Basically, it's not like a farmland or something. So, yes, but
So with this, I think that is the first out of many interviews I would like to do with you. And also, I really would like you to do and share your knowledge of how you cook and what ingredients you use, because that's another amazing aspect of you, dear. Anyhow, Thank
Okay.
you so much for
Thank you for inviting
sharing
me.
the knowledge, and we'll be continue.